Hello everyone. So this is my first long form YouTube video, so I'm kind of nervous. My name is Mireya and I've actually been wanting to start a long form YouTube video for a while now. Sorry if it's noisy in the background. My dogs. One of them is mine and the other one I babysit. If it gets noisy in the back or if you hear any heavy breathing. This video is going to be about everything that I colored in September, which is all these books right here. It's not going to be in any particular order. I'm just going to start with this one first, just because this one took me a long time. This is Lulu's House of Wonder by Lulu Mayo. And I actually started this page last month, but it just took me so long to finish. I was only coloring it a few, like maybe an hour every so often. I was also coloring other pages because just to give myself a break from coloring this one, I only used Ohuhu colored pencils for this page and also a little bit of the white Sakura Jelly Roll in some areas. But all of it was using the Ohuhu colored pencils just to get more practice using them. They are oil based, but I don't know, I don't know if it's because I just love the Prismacolor so much, and so everything else just, I don't want to have that mentality. Like I want to approach it as if it's my first time trying out the colored pencils. And I did have kind of a hard time using them on this kind of paper, just trying to get the colors to look vibrant and deep. Oil-based pencils just sometimes do better on more toothy paper. And this paper is more on the smoother side, which will be great for alcohol markers, especially because it's single-sided, which is a first for Lulu Mayo, so that's very exciting. And here I am coloring it in color pencils when I could have, you know, taken advantage of using alcohol markers on it. I still resorted to just using color pencils just because there's so many details on this page. I think that if I were to go and use alcohol markers on it, it might have taken maybe the same amount of time. I don't know. Maybe not. I just still really just wanted to use color pencils on this page. But something that has larger areas, I definitely would start using alcohol markers. I'm also working on another page I'm hoping to finish this month in October. This one. And I'm trying to use this color palette. I am doing alcohol marker basing on this page. This is still a work in progress. I don't know if I even should have shown it because it's just doesn't look that good. And I'm kind of second guessing myself if it's even gonna look good at all, but we'll see how that goes. Some other pages I'm really excited to color in this book is this one. I saw a post by somebody on Instagram and Lulu Mayo actually shared it on her page. I forgot who it was, but they just colored it so beautifully. I was just so inspired. This one too is so cute. This one was colored beautifully, I think probably by the same person. I don't know, maybe not, but it was so cute, and Lulu Mayo also shared it. This one's really cute. Oh, this one. I love this one. I really want to color this one for my birthday month in January. Anyway, let's move on to the next book. I'm nervous. I'm trying to do my first long form YouTube video, so they're not going to be good. I've actually been procrastinating starting them just because I don't really have the setup or the lighting for it. I've been binge watching a lot of YouTube videos lately, maybe the last couple months or so, and I just been feeling inspired to just start. I can improve as I go, hopefully, the more I do this. I've been feeling really inspired by Pictured Purpose. Her videos I'm just addicted to. I always put them on when I'm coloring. They just feel like you're coloring along with her. It's just such a great vibe. I've also been watching a lot of Color with Claire. I love her reviews so much. Her videos are my favorite flip through books. She'll point out all these cute details in the pages and it just makes you want to, I don't know, it just makes you appreciate the coloring pages more and the illustrations. Because of her, I have all these books in my wish list now. But it's very fun to just kind of put on in the background and kind of look up as you're coloring. And I wish there were, I don't know if there's more people that do that, but if you know anyone else that does that kind of like narration style through their flip throughs. I would love to know, because I'm addicted. They're just so fun to watch and listen to while you're coloring, especially. This is Coloring with Coco Volume 6, and this is a page I colored this last month in September. I love coloring portraits. Coloring skin does take the longest time, trying to contour and get the smooth blends, but it's so worth it to me in the end, just because of how realistic they can look. I used acrylic markers for all of her hair. Acrylic markers just are easy to overlap. I started with the flowers underneath, knowing that I could just layer different colors on top of those flowers. This one is her newest release. I actually found it at Barnes & Noble. I wanted to pre-order it, but I just really wanted the thrill of the hunt. So I just kind of held off on pre-ordering it and told myself I'll just buy it if I see it. And I did kind of cheat a little bit and look up which Barnes & Noble would have it. So look at this. This is so beautiful. I really like this page. What's different with this book compared to her other books is that they'll include pages where you can write and reflect, which is, you know, fits the title, Rest and Reflect. This one's the last one I colored this month. I was using the Arteco acrylic markers, and that's all I used for this page. And for some colors, I had to do lots of layers to get rid of that streakiness. For example, this color right here, this lavender-ish color, you can still see some streaks. I feel like I had to do so many layers to try to get it to look more even and less streaky. Some colors, like especially the black or the darker colors, you don't have to do as many layers, maybe 2 or 3, but for the lighter colors I did have to do a lot of layers. And it's probably, I don't know if it's maybe the marker brand, or it's just maybe that's just typical with all brush acrylic markers, but I really like how she turned out. Usually I color her pages in a more realistic way, but this one intimidated me because it's a lot of skin, and I know this part right here is gonna take a lot of time trying to smooth and blend and contour, and it's just scared me. So this was kind of my way out of that, and to try also something new, which was really fun to do. And I'm actually pretty happy with how she came out. I wasn't sure if it would look okay, but I really want to try it again. I don't know if in this book or in a different one. I feel like it would have to be kind of a big portrait face, but this one I think I want to color this one more realistic. This is one of my favorite pages in this book. The next book I colored is in Ohuhu Portraits of Joy, and these are just some pages I colored in the past. This one here, oh, I colored this one using the soft chisel tip markers. It's Ohuhu's newest markers at this time, and they have the soft chisel tip side, which was very easy to use compared to their older broad tip version. I felt like I had a lot more control and more precision. I can't say words. English is my second language. That's my excuse. I feel like it uses up less ink. You still get the broad strokes using them, but I feel like you don't get that ink pulling, or you don't lose a lot of ink because you can color with more precision. Oh my god. You can color more accurately. You also have better control, so I feel like you'll use up a lot less ink versus using their older broad tip. And I just love them, and I hope that they make a bigger set. Their biggest set has 60 colors. They do have smaller sets, but just because you have the 60 set doesn't mean you have all the colors in their smaller set. Does that make sense? Did I say that right? I hope you know what I mean. I didn't really add a whole lot of detail to this page just because I just wanted to focus using those markers. I might go back and use some acrylic markers to add details to the page. What do you think? Maybe some patterns on her scarf or sweater, some cute things on her hair. I don't know. We'll see, but I know this book kind of gets mixed reviews or mixed feelings just because the paper is so different, especially if you're used to coloring like those Amazon type books or like the higher quality books like, you know, Joanna Basford, Rita Berman. This kind of is a shock to your system. It is on the smoother side, and the blending your markers on it does take more effort, which is crazy because People love Ohuhu markers because of how smooth they can blend, and this paper is not the best for that, but there is a way. Try to keep practicing using them on this paper. It takes a different approach. This is a work in progress page. I'm not finished with it, but I love how she's looking so far. It's fun to try something different. You learn a lot from getting out of your comfort zone. I do like this coloring book, but I know it's not for everyone, especially if you want that smooth blending. But you can achieve that if you're willing to put in the time and practice to find that technique. Moving on, I colored this book called Spooky Babes by Steffi Colors, and she just released this one recently, last month. The first page I colored was this one. I really like how she turned out. I used Allie's coloring tutorial on TikTok and Instagram. She usually posts her videos on both platforms. I used her foil balloon tutorial because I've never colored foil balloons before, and her video really helped me out, and I like how it turned out. I used pan pastels for the background and Ohuhu markers, various acrylic gel pens. It was a fun page to color. She has a lot of cute girlies in this book. So basically the rest of the books I colored in are Amazon books. I know they get kind of a bad rap. I don't know, I feel like it's because I go back and forth between good quality coloring books and Amazon coloring books all the time. There is a difference in your coloring experience. I do like to use my Prismacolor pencils in these types of coloring books the most. I don't like using oil-based pencils because they just feel scratchy on this kind of paper. Alcohol markers work great because most of the time they're single-sided pages. These are the children books. I don't know if you can see the difference, but like they're more of a brownish paper. I did color a page in these kind of books maybe 2 months ago, and it was a big difference. It was so hard to layer colored pencils. It was more likely to rip the page, and so I started just scanning my pages from these books because I just didn't want to deal with that. But the Amazon coloring books, better paper than those books. This is Chibis by Alexandra Francis, and this is a page that I colored last month. I used Ohuhu. I used Ohuhu alcohol markers and shaded with Prismacolor Premier color pencils with a few Sakura Jelly Roll dots. And I really like how it turned out. I used pan pastel for the background. If you don't know who Alexandra Francis is, her coloring books are amazing. She makes just such adorable coloring books and very inviting to color. Her style is very different from like the cute and cozy coloring books. She's been making books since before that trend, and she has stayed true to her art style, which I'm really happy because her art style is so cute and amazing. This next one is Halloween Cuties by Joshua Dunbar. I feel like I'm losing my voice. Oh my gosh, I've been talking, so I don't think I've ever talked this much before. This might take me a while to get used to talking so much. I love his illustration style. I am obsessed. I wish I would color more in his books. Sometimes I want to really reserve, like when I'm really like in the mood to color for his books, because I just love his illustrations so much. Look at that, so cute. This is a page I colored. I don't know how I feel about it. I feel like I could have chosen better colors. I did try to go for like a clown makeup. It's supposed to be like the white makeup on the face and the smudged lip paint. I don't know if that comes across, but I really like how the crown turned out. It was my first time trying something like that out, and I'm really happy with it. I added the pattern on his coat. I wish I would have done a different color combo. This is my favorite page in this whole book, and I don't know how I feel about how I colored it. I should have stuck to like a black and white outfit, maybe with some hints of red. Moving on to the next book, Simple Halloween. I should have done this one before Halloween Cuties because this one's also by Alexandra Francis. There's a few pages I colored in this book. It's like the bold and easy style. I really like how this page turned out so much. I was just experimenting one day, and there's a lot of little cute patterns on it. Just random, just no thinking, just having fun. I forgot which Did I color? Oh yeah, this is the page I colored. So you're gonna see that I'm all over the place with my coloring style. This page I outlined with Crayola markers and then filled it in with Crayola crayons, just to kind of go back to the 90s and how I used to color, or probably how many of us used to color when we outline the shapes and fill it in with either colored pencils or crayon. And it was just very fun to do. Not every coloring page I color is going to be something great. I color for fun, so I feel like I don't have a coloring style, because if I stick to a coloring style and try to replicate that for every page, I'm just gonna get bored and burn out. And I just like to play and experiment, and sometimes I'll put more effort into coloring a page and other times not so much, just to fill in the spaces with color and to relax. This is Cute Spookies by Colored Caramel, and this is the page I colored this last month. I don't know, I think it's alright. Also, another page I was just kind of experimenting and messing around just to see what things would look like. These are supposed to be Talavera tiles. Kind of like to include that pattern throughout my pages every so often. I actually really love Talavera, and I feel like it's in my blood. This is Loved by Creative Paula. I can't remember what page I colored in this book. This one it's not this one, but I really like how that one turned out. See, more Talavera patterns. I remember this page. I won a giveaway by Creative Paula, and I drew in a little bag of Ohuhu markers because that was the giveaway. It was just something to, something to commemorate that giveaway. This is the page I colored last month. I was doing like a video for Ohuhu. They sent me their new set of Nahuku 48 acrylic marker set, and it was a video about just trying to show that you can cover up mistakes using acrylic markers. You can add details on top of what you already colored. For example, he wasn't, or she wasn't, wearing a flower crown. I added that with acrylic markers, and it was just a fun way to show some options and ways you can use acrylic markers. I really love the Nahuku brush tip acrylic markers. I feel like they're very juicy compared to other acrylic brush tip markers. I don't know if anyone else feels that same way about them, which I love because that means it's less layers to cover up streaks. That's the last book. Actually, just kidding. I forgot to show you one more page I colored this last month that isn't a part of a coloring book, but printed pages that I will print from my Disney coloring book that has the not so great paper. So I'm doing this series on TikTok where I'll turn Disney princesses or Disney characters into other characters within Disney, but also outside of Disney, like Corpse Bride. She's not Disney, right? She's outside of Disney, but Disney mashups or crossovers. It's been really fun coloring these pages. This one I colored last month, and it's my favorite by far. I love how she turned out, and it's Ariel and Jack Skellington. I do have another one started, but it's kind of been like where I kind of got bored with these, so I'm not pumping them out as much as I used to, because there's other books I want to color. Even though these videos are doing really well, I'm motivated by what I want to color, not what does well on TikTok. I do want to color more of them eventually. I do have others that I had started already. I just haven't gotten around to finishing them, but I'm gonna go back to them when I'm in the mood for it. That's the last page I colored this month. I hope this video wasn't too cringe and you enjoyed it. If not, hopefully I keep getting better with practice. I didn't want to wait until I felt like I had everything I needed to start making these. I'm just gonna just go with it and see what happens, and hopefully get better along the way as I progress. I'm gonna try to be more, share more of like my feelings of certain types of books and type of paper. For example, I know you see a lot on TikTok, especially kind of like the Bobby style of coloring books, and I feel like if I colored one of them, I colored them all. I like these books, but if I color a page in this book, for example, I'm not gonna reach for a different illustrator that also illustrates in this style, even though it would be slightly different. But to me, it's not different enough. It's still gonna feel kind of like the same art style, which I would get bored. So I need to jump around in order to stay interested in coloring, because I do get bored very easily. I'm always changing my coloring style, and it's for the same reason. I can't stick to one thing with the same aesthetic all the time. So you'll see all kinds of different coloring books in my channel, from classic coloring books like Lulu Mayo, Joanna Basford, Rita Berman, Hannah Carlson, Maria Troll. I do have their coloring books as well. This is the latest book that I bought, and it's Fairy Tales and Folklore by Emily. And I've actually been wanting this book for quite a while now. I was heavily influenced by Color with Claire. I really encourage you to watch her video of her reviewing this book. I think this is the best quality book that I own. It's just so beautiful, the hardcover and the paper so thick. So I'm very excited to have this in my hands finally. I would like to do more videos the more comfortable I get, and there's lots of things I want to do and try. Hopefully you like this video, and I'm not even sure how the lighting is gonna look in this, but hopefully not too bad. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. If you made it this far, it really means a lot, and hopefully I see you next time too.